So, I've made it to Washington, D.C., the capital of these United States of America, on the 250th year of its founding. Just as I have become a US citizen, I'm incredibly excited. There's so much to explore. I love history. I don't have much time, so I'm going to try and make the most of it. It's been a real headache trying to prioritize what to see first, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So let's go see what I can find. So I just came across a quote carved into the stone here at the World War I Memorial. Let me show you guys. If this world must become embroiled in a tremendous war to end wars, I am glad that I too may play a part in it. Alta May Andrews. If only they knew that it wasn't the war to end wars, but there would be one not too long after in World War II. And here's another great quote from President Woodrow Wilson. Never before have men crossed the seas to a foreign land to fight for a cause which they did not pretend was peculiarly their own, but knew was the cause of humanity and of mankind. Unfortunately, the White House is completely off access because of lots of construction and who knows what else. So this is pretty much the closest you can get to the White House right now, which kind of sucks for me because I really wanted to get a lot closer. Now, every president has left their mark on the White House. To critique the current president for, putting his stamp on things is slightly unfair. You could argue that some of it is classless and in poor taste. Some of the designs, the amount of gold that he's putting everywhere, and just the whole way of the presidents and bashing other presidents and hanging their photos, with like derogatory comments underneath them. But every president has done so. William Taft famously, made the Oval Office after Teddy Roosevelt was finished being president. So every president's left their mark. Some do it better than others. My next stop is to a place that has been the point of a lot of political contention as of late, and it's known as the Reflecting Pool. And no, I do not plan on touching it in any form whatsoever. Let's go check it out and see what's really going on over there. The Reflecting Pool was built in the early 1920s. It's over 2,000 feet long. And one end of it is the Washington Monument, which we just saw.
On the other end is the Lincoln Memorial, the memorial to one of America's greatest presidents, Abraham Lincoln, the one who freed the African American slaves, who oversaw the Civil War, famously shot in the head at Ford's Theater not too far away from here.
Just next to the World War II memorial is what should be, in all its glory, the reflecting pool, the Lincoln reflecting pool. However, it is locked up, it is empty, it is dry, and it is definitely not reflecting. Behind this top, behind this gate, what a sad reality. I feel like this perfectly reflects the state of our politics, not whether you're right or left or centrist, just the fact that it's not working, and it hasn't been working for a while. Whether you want to talk about foreign policy or national debt or domestic policy, the fact that we're such a divided country, politically, socially, culturally. Government's role has changed over the years. Sometimes we want them to do things for us, sometimes we want them to stay back. Looking at the reflecting pool, standing here for the first time on the 250th anniversary of the country, with all the hullabaloo that's been going on around it. Did they tear it? Did people not tear it? Did the government break it? I couldn't have found a better metaphor to sum up the state of government right now. But things will get better. Of that, I am certain. I just stood by the gate here for about 10-15 minutes, and I must have met about 10 people from all different parts of the country who walked up to the gate, stood beside me, and just grumbled under their breath, commenting on the sad state of affairs that the pool is in right now. This is a real moment of reflection for me. I mean, the irony is obviously glaring at me in the face. But what's supposed to be a place of serenity, of reflection, of remembrance, that's all we have. That's all we have. Sad, real sad. But one of the things that made me fall in love with this country is the idea that we always endeavor, generation after generation, to make a more perfect union. The founders of this country, when they wrote the Declaration of Independence, when they wrote the Constitution, all men are created equal. Many of them owned slaves. So that might seem like a contradiction to you. And many people will throw them out or disregard them entirely. How could we have any respect for them? They said one thing, but they did another. No. The American idea, the American experiment is, yeah, some things might not work great, but as long as we're always trying to make it better, even if we're fighting a little bit with each other, even if we're trying to push our argument against the other side or whatever it may be, bit by bit, in small increments, we can make a more perfect union, a better place to be, and hopefully one day really achieve equality for all. And now it's time to go to the top of the Washington Monument. Let's go check out the views. After George Washington's death, they wanted to honor him, but they were looking for a way of honoring him that didn't tie him to any type of religion, any type of monarchy. They needed a symbol that exudes strength, stability, permanence. And what did they choose? They went to Egypt. They borrowed from Egyptian culture and they built him a 500+ foot obelisk. This is the Washington Monument. It's an Egyptian obelisk about 550 feet high. And it was built to honor George Washington. And it stands as a symbol of permanence, of power. And a little tidbit of history is, you see the different colored bricks just about halfway up. The first set of bricks from the ground up is where they got to before the Civil War started. Then the Civil War led the country to many financial problems and they had to stop, and the rest was completed only after. And I am going to the very top. Incredible view. Apparently, if you go down these stairs, there's a museum. What better way is there to check out the memorial of Thomas Jefferson, our third president, than by renting it out on a boat? I think that is what we should do. Awesome. Thank you. But that is my destination. What better way is there to go and see the memorial of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, the primary author of the Declaration of Independence, than to paddle there. This is one of those memories that's going to be seared in my mind for a very long time. Something very symbolic about a Brit who's just become an American, crossing a piece of water, starting out at the Washington Monument over there, and going to pay my respects to the third president of the United States, the purchaser of land. He bought Louisiana and about 15 other states from Napoleon and the French. He was the primary author of the Declaration of Independence, and just getting in a boat and crossing the water to pay my respects to him, it just felt right. It just felt like the thing to do, and I'm so glad I did. I actually took a couple of work calls on this boat too, which is not where I expected to be doing some office work. But hey, I guess that's just the life of a roving video producer, I guess. What is this place? Incredible, honestly.